So kind of hold her back too much. You want to be able to push her on a little bit more, don't you? Yeah. Anyone actually have a little hamstring on her move on? No, I don't think so. Michelle? No. That's fine. You're all the same level. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So first thing we're going to work on is pushing them forward from behind, getting them in front of your leg. Can anyone tell me when they put their leg on, did their horse go straight away, or is it a bit constant? Yeah? So I think you can definitely push on a little bit more. So get you to pass around in front. And I want everyone to take their own space, okay? So we're still in right order, but there could be 5 horses between you. I want you to have space to work the horses off, okay? So hold right forward to walk. What I want you to do is if you're catching up with the horse in front of you, circle. You can all do safe circles on your own, okay? I want you to work on get your horses in front of your legs. Pushing them on. Use your whole body language. Use your swimming weight if you need. Stretch your legs down nice and long. Heels down and toes up. Wrap your legs around their barrels. Does everybody know what their barrel is? What's their barrel? Stomach, so like belly, back, ribs. It's a barrel shape, isn't it? So can you feel it moving left? Definitely on dollies, you can. So when it passes to your left leg, push it back over to right. When it passes to your right leg, push it back over to left. You're going to use their body to push them forward. And that should help. You need to use less leg. Good. Savannah, try not to bury your hands in her neck. Bend your elbows, lift your hands up. And then think about rolling your shoulders back and relax them back. Sit in a more upright position. Think about using your core to lift her head up. She's not allowed to lean on your hands, is she? No. So tell her no. Yeah? Not harsh, but just a little half halt here and there going, oi, get off my hands. Carry your own damn head. Yeah? Is that a little bit better? Good. So it's not a nasty, you're not yanking her in the mouth, you're just saying, hello, you can hold your own weight, your head's down. Okay? We're going to change the rein starting with Savannah from X to A. Her walk looks a lot better now. Try to use a bit more space. So you're going X is the middle, to A to left. How does folks feel now that she's not in the lead? And that's a good thing. Do you think you can take a little bit more contact on her mouth? Yeah, reins are a little loose. So she's got the forwardness. She's definitely in front of your leg. Try not to throw away the contact. Should have a nice consistent contact on her mouth all the time. Good. Do a circle somewhere, Savannah. And then when you guys have changed the rein, you can do your own circle. Close your fingers around the reins. Good. Molly looks good. How does she feel? Little bit the same with the head if she's leaning on your mouth like Cola is on Savannah's. Give her that little half halt, that little get up nice. There you go. Good. Have you been working a little bit trying to get her into that line? Yes. It looks good. You can tell. It's working. Try not to look down and bring your position down, okay? That's going to affect them as well. Whole ride, prepare to trot. Whole ride forwards into trot. Same thing we're working on in the trot. So do a circle, Michelle, if you don't have enough room. We're not here to crash into each other. We're here to give our horse the space. Same thing in the trot, Savannah. She's not to lean on your hands. Good, Deirdre. Reins are better, but I still think they could be a little bit shorter. And if your horse is too fast, I want you to think about slowing your rising a little bit to slow down the trot. You know how to slow down the rising? Good. So what I like to think is sit for slightly longer, don't rise as high. So it's not 2 beats, it's just extending the time it takes you to get out of the saddle. Good. Try to think about bringing your lower leg back to your drop underneath it. Good. Much better, Savannah. How does that feel? A lot better, yeah. Fabulous. Well done. Whole ride, prepare to walk. And the whole ride forwards into walk. Well done. Now from the warm-up to that little exercise, do they all feel like they're moving a lot better? They're all listening a lot better. Well done. So that's what you want to do from the second you get up on them, is you want to get them in front of your leg and just constantly listening. Yeah? There should be no such thing as just trotting around without thinking about it with these horses. You get up on some and they carry themselves right, but if you let these away with it in the warm-up, they're going to lean on you for the rest of the lesson. Those two in particular. And with Fox, if you just run around in the warm-up without keeping her together and thinking about these things, she gets bored. She's too clever. Yeah? She needs a constant job. Okay? So, what we're going to work on now, guys, is something called the turn on the forehand. Have you all done that before? Yeah? So could we start by halting on this wall, nice and spread out? So Savannah, you're going to go very close to the corner. Deirdre, you're going to halt at A. And then Michelle, you're going to halt just off that corner. Can you tell me the aids to do the turn on the forehand? To the right, which is the direction we're going. Think about it. One leg back. Yeah, you push this leg back. Yeah. You're going this way. You're not going towards the wall. You crash into the wall. Yeah. Okay, so the turn on the forehand means that they're turning around their forehand. Their forehand is their front legs. They're moving their bum around, and they're not going forwards or backwards with their front legs. They're only allowed to march in place. Okay? So you want Coda's bum to come all the way around this way until she's facing the opposite way. So it's a half turn on the forehand. Somebody tell me an age. How are we going to get them to do that? Yeah, so the leg beside the wall is going to push them over, isn't it? Yeah. What are we going to do with our hands? Good, so the left hand, the one beside the wall, is asking them, because we're going that way, okay? This hand is going to stop them from going forwards, isn't it? So you're not going to let them walk forwards. If they go backwards, what are we going to do? Push on your leg. Yeah, that's the only thing. You can't stop them with your hands from going backwards, but you can relax the hands, so stop pulling, put the leg on, and try again. Okay? We want them to do it really slowly. It's not about speed. The goal is no walking forwards, no walking backwards, get the bum to move. Happy good to go? Off you go, start now. Forwards, not enough frames, okay? So you're going. Good, Michelle. Keep going, nice and slow, there's no rush. Well done, Savannah. Walk inside this way, so out of the way, walk on, Michelle. We'll talk about that in a second, Savannah, well done. Take your time. So you don't want to put her head this way. That way. This will be almost going to go back. So you're using that leg to push her out back. Yeah, a little bit of flexion. Not so much, more with your neck. Okay, that's it. She's going to get it. Give her a chance. That's it. Good. Don't let her go backwards. Stop pulling. Don't go backwards. Okay, well done. Walking on together, guys. So as soon as you've completed the turn, they're walking forward. Michelle, that was excellent on Molly. Molly didn't go forwards. Molly didn't go back. She moved her bum around nice and slowly and quite smooth. What did Cola do wrong? Yeah. And then towards the end of your turn, she turned around with her front legs. So finish the turn. Okay, so you got her to move a quarter of the way around. And then when she got that far, she kind of walked, didn't she? Okay? And the same thing happened to us, Deirdre. So she moved her bum away from the wall, but then when she had enough room, she walked with her legs, her front legs. So the aim of the game is to not let their front legs move forwards or backwards. So you did the same thing, you just needed to keep going with the turn and resist a little bit with the hands. But well done, guys. So we're going to halt on that wall again. Savannah, you'll be very close to this corner. Michelle, you'll be at A this time. And Deirdre, you'll be close to this corner. So we're doing the turn in the opposite direction. So they should have a good rein and a bad rein most of the time. So you may find one rein is easier than the other. It's important to practice everything on both reins. So only when she's completely turned around, Savannah, can you walk forward with her. Yeah. There's no rush. They can do it as slow as they like. You can start when you're ready. Once you fully finish the walk away and start moving. Okay, well done. Thanks, Samara. Walk on, Savannah. We're going to practice that again. There we go. Down forward, Michelle. Okay. And walk away, Michelle. Well done. Okay, Deirdre, you just turn around again. Can you guys feel their legs moving? Yeah. Because if you can't feel it, you don't know the difference. Again, the first bit was really good, Savannah, but you're not resisting enough with your hands, and she's walking forwards towards the edge. Okay, yeah. How did that feel compared to the last one, Michelle?
Tougher to get it to just...
Yeah, so she might be worse on this right. Could you tell that she walked a little bit there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. So resist with the hands, Deirdre, particularly this left hand. Don't let her walk. She's walking all the way up along the wall. Wait, don't. That's it. Okay, well done. Well done. That was better. It's going to take loads of time, and you can practice this from the ground, guys. So we're going to give them a break from that now, because that was really good. The next thing we're going to work on is a little bit of leg yielding. You've done this with me before. So have you, Savannah. You've definitely done this before, haven't you?
Not on her.
Not on her, that's fine. So we have access to the whole arena now, guys, so if you want to go large, whichever order you guys like, you can keep these nice distances. When you get between C and the corner, I want you to turn up to the quarter line. Everybody know where the quarter line is?
No.
Halfway between C and the end of the arena. So if you think CA is the midline, yeah, it's the quarter line. So split it in half between C and the wall. So go as far as the gate, Neely, and turn up towards me. I don't have to measure it yet, Bash. Straight line. And then I want you to try to push your horse over to the wall while keeping the straight. Good, Sam. Impressive. She's done this on the ground.
Yeah.
Good, I've gotten a little bit. You guys can trot on from A to C. Once you're back to walk for C, and we'll do that again in walk. Very good, keep going. Try and keep it more straight. So she can't just walk that direction, you need more reins.
More reins.
Yes, that's probably why the turn on the forehand isn't working. Your reins are too loose. So you need to try and use your reins to keep her straight in her body. Going again, guys, so straightness first. Now you're yielding over, Savannah. I want you to get to F. Good. Very good with Cola, because Cola's looking straight ahead. Very good, Savannah. Well done. Don't be afraid to use that little tickle stick to help your legs. She's a big lump of a mare. I'm not moving, by the way. Sorry. For head straight. Good. Well done. Now she's straight. Keep her like that and keep pushing her over with that leg. Good, Deirdre. Good. Fabulous. Much better. The difference is when you let her face that way, she's no longer leg yielded, she's just steering that way. So the idea is to keep her looking and facing this way, and she's crossing her legs to get over there.
And was she crossing?
She was that time, yeah? She's very good at this. She's very responsive to your legs, so she is going to be very good at this. One more time in walk, guys. So it almost doesn't matter where you turn. Once they're straight first, then you're pushing them over. And try really hard to get her out of that fence. Excellent. Keep going. Better look that way. Good. Very good, Savannah. Well done. Good, Michelle. More leg or tickle stick. It's okay. You know what? When we change the range, you might be better on the other end. Good, Deirdre. Keep her head facing this way and using the leg to push her over. Good. More leg. Hard work, isn't it? Well done. Okay, guys, we're going to trot on, change the rein from C up to A. It doesn't matter, same as the turn on the forehand. Doesn't matter how much they do, once they're doing it a little bit, once they're listening to A, thumbs up, Savannah. Lovely. When you get to C, you can go back to walk and turn up the quarter line between C and H. You can swap the whip normally for now. We can practice that the next day. hate to tell you, but that was her better way, wasn't it? It's okay. Need a little bit more. Do you know she's walking that direction now? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so just be aware of it. Yes, Michelle found Molly's good brain. That's a perfect idea. So keep going, get it to walk. Don't give up. Come on. Very good here, John. How's that feel? Yeah? And you can feel that she's straightening her body. Very good. So we'll do one more time and walk on this round. You can trot in between if you want. Keep them moving. Apologies for the dust, guys. This is a really good suppling exercise. That's why it's so good for Cola and for Molly, who are big, thick, chunky mares. That's a little bit, that's okay. She's only capable of that much on this ring. So in your groundwork, you need to practice it on this ring more. Yeah. Okay? Much better. Don't be afraid to use that. Good. I'll have a halt there, Savannah. Will everybody catch up a little bit? Good. More rings. Okay, guys, we're going to do it in trot this time. Deirdre, do you want to go up near the front for this? Yeah? She's just a little bit forward, a little bit excited. Might have a better time managing her if you're in the front.
On the same way.
On the same ring. Hold right, prepare to walk on. Hold right forwards into walk. We're going to do the exercise in trot. Trot on when you're ready. If you're too close, do a circle. You've a big arena to work with. If you don't like being so close, do a circle. Find your own space. Straightness first. Pushing over. Very good. Deirdre. Cola's cheating. Following Paul. So I'd like someone to circle away, because Paula found that easier, and Molly found that harder. She wasn't listening to you, Michelle. She was just focusing on catching up. Slow the trot down. Doesn't need to be too fast. She only moved so she would knock me down. Sorry. So slow. Good, Savannah. Well done. Very nice. Did you feel that? Just stay straight through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Slow it down, guys. Sitting trot this time. Sitting trot gives you more contact with them. Pushing over inside leg. Well done. Have you worked on your sitting trot since?
A bit.
A little bit. It's hard. She's a bouncy mare. Good, Savannah. Well done. One more time, Michelle. Pull right, prepare to walk. Pull right forwards to walk. Give your horses a little scratch and a little pat. Well done. Give them a little break. So that's definitely an area to work on. Cola knows what you're asking. She's just stiffer on this rein.
Yeah.
She doesn't flex left on this rein. She kind of looks to the outside a lot, doesn't she? Yeah? We work a little bit on our contact and our flexion in all our corners and circles. Maybe put cones in the corners to help bend around them and get her looking to the inside.
Yeah. She gets very heavy, headstrong with the trot.
Yeah. So it's going to be harder to do something if she's leaning on her hands. Harder to get her to listen. Good exercise, and it's something we were going to do next. If you'd like to halt there, Deirdre, we'll all catch up to you. No point rising the dust when we're just talking. We'll get you outside soon for a cool down. No point doing it here. Have you been in the outdoor with her yet?
Walking, yeah.
Yeah, so we won't do it now, but we can cool down out there.
Yeah.
Be a good idea. Okay, so no point rising the dust when we're just talking. Great exercise. exercise as well for something, and it's a little bit easier, is your school figures. So your figure eights, your circles, change the ring, serpentines. If I have a horse that's hard to get in and out of line, flexion makes them go down. So when you ask them to flex, Michelle, you've done this, they put their head, they flex in that direction, and then they also drop their foot. So if you're doing an exercise, Savannah, where you're doing a lot of bending, she'll start to relax her head, particularly because you need her to work more in one direction. So what I like is serpentines, particularly 4-loop serpentines, because they change direction so much. Anytime you're riding and you need to change the rein, don't just go on the long diagonal. Do something like that. So 4-loop serpentine starting at A, you will be turning from F to K, tracking right, E to B, tracking left, M to H, tracking right, and you'll end up on the other rein, won't you? So you've got 1 change, 2 change, 3 changes to make the 4 loops, using as much space as possible. So you're asking them to bend left, and then every time you cross the centre line, you're changing the bend in the opposite direction, okay? You're happy to give it a go? Yeah? Yeah, I don't think we need it. So we're going to do it in walk first. So Deirdre will walk on and we'll start at C. And we'll do a 4-loop serpentine starting at C. And I want you to really focus on getting them to bend in each direction. And you can use markers if you need, guys. I often set up poles or wings that you have to go through on the centre line. You can add in transitions then as they get better. Or as a way of getting them to listen. Transitions will be your best friend to build up her back end, Savannah. Yeah. To get her off the forehand. They have to listen to do a transition. Okay, so you should be riding one foot straight there. Okay, that's it. You're doing your curve. You've got to fit in another loop for the centre line, if that makes sense. Exactly right now. Yes. And then changing the bend to the left. Her head's in a nice position when she does this, isn't it? Yes. Gives you a little bit of a soft spot in your hands. Yeah. Remember to keep your thumbs pointed up and your heels down. I know it's hard to get your heels down so much when you're using so much leg. Lovely, guys. Well done. And then you're finished when you get to A. You just continue on the outside track. Good position for Cola, but of course this is a better rein, isn't it? Yeah. Are we happy to do that in trot, guys? Yeah. Happy you know where you're going now? Deirdre, it's a better contact on her mouth, but you still need shorter reins. All right, prepare to trot. All right, forwards into trot. We're going to start our 4-loop serpentine at A this time. Shoulders back. Try to steady her with your seat, Deirdre. Good. Shorten the reins a little bit. Good. Want you to ask for that bend. Starting from A, think of each direction, getting her to flex to the inside. Slow the rise on the turns. Steady. Good. Think of the rhythm. It should be consistent. Your horse should not be suddenly speeding up and slowing down. It should be the same the whole way around the arena, through all your turns and figures. If they're suddenly speeding up or slowing down, it's a sign that they're a little bit unfit, lacking a little bit of muscle, because it's easier to run when it's hard. A little bit more leg needed there, Savannah, to get around and use all that space. Yeah. Well done. You can go back to walk in front there, guys. up, Michelle. Well done. Fabulous. Good job. Much better contact, Deirdre. You're a very gentle rider, and that's why you feel like you need to have looser reins. But it's a form of communication to her. So short doesn't mean bad or harsh. She's happy. She's not throwing her head up in the air and throwing her ears back. Once you've got elasticity, so you're able to move with her, you can have a good contact. It's the only way to communicate with her properly. We're going to talk a little bit about asking them to come down into a contact now, so we can hold for that too. You want to hold to see there, Deirdre. Everyone else packed up, but do this stood still, just as it should have been. So, can anyone shout out how you would ask your horse? How would you go about asking your horse to ride with a better outline? Let's say they carry their head up in the air or their nose out, or they lean on your hands. You want them to be a little bit more round, and you want them to be soft. Anybody, any idea? How do you go about asking them that? Yeah, so it doesn't just step, it's not just your hands. That's what we worked on at the start, getting them in front of our leg, okay? Making sure they're working from behind. So getting them rhythm nice, so a nice rhythm. So when you're trotting around in your serpentines and she's suddenly speeding up and slowing down, we just need to work on that. So 10 minutes of work, getting her nice and a nice tempo the whole way through, same speed the whole way through, same regularity. Then what we want to do is obviously work on suppling, so she's moving away from your leg, she's very supple, she's really nice. You can tell when you put your leg on, she listens and she moves, okay? Pushes skinnier as well, it's nicer. Next thing you want to do is your hands. So, if I want to ask my horse to listen and come down, I've got my reins and I'm going to hold them for you just to show you how she should feel. So if you take up contact there, this is, I'll be your hands and you be her mouth. That's what she should feel. Nice even contact, okay? If I want her to listen, she's already doing that, and come down, I'm going to hold my outside hand still. That tells her where to go. That draws the circle or draws the line that she has to stay on. This one asks for flexion. And that's what you're doing. And as soon as she softens, you will put your elbows up. As soon as she comes down, so if you want to ask her stood still now, do the same thing. This is your outside hand. And this is the one asking. So I want you to ask her just to say, hello, I'm here, can you soften? Good. And anytime she puts her head down then, you go, well done, girl. And hold them there. You don't loosen them, yeah, you carry your hands is what they call it. So they should just be there with nice bent elbows. So we're asking her, and I'm going to do it here, we're just saying, I'm here, come down. Soften. Good girl. And there she is, she understands it. And you say, well done. Good girl. And you don't throw away the reins, but you just carry them nicely. Good girl, well done. Good girl. Good girl. So, with that in mind, the best time to do that is on a circle or in a quarter. Because that's when you can ask them to flex the inside, and when they flex the inside, they relax their head down. So with that in mind, with your loose reins area, could you do that? No, she doesn't have the same communication, she doesn't have the same contact. So we don't force our horses to be on the bit all the time, it doesn't matter to us. But you want that softness and that she's there and you have a contact. You know, because she does the opposite thing, she's leaning on your hands, you don't have a contact. Perfect, she knows it. So with that in mind, if you like to walk on and work on a circle here at C, and see if you can ask on the circling walk. Would you like to walk on, Michelle? I've showed you this before, so I don't need to do it again, do I? Go on again. Go on, have a little halt. You're doing it earlier anyway. Yeah. So this is your contact on her mouth. If you're going to circle on this rein, that's your outside contact, this is your inside contact. And you want to ask her to flex. You're going like that. You don't need to loosen it, no? You're just asking like that, and then when she does it, you're saying, you're well done, and you're just carrying her hands for her. Not throwing the contact away, but you don't keep asking for something you've already got. Same as when you ask your horse to halt. If they halt, stop pulling. Yeah? So ask her while she stood still, because you can do that, and once they're softened, you go, yes, well done, good girl. And if it's not working, you've got a little squeeze on her tummy, go into yourself, and halt. Ask again, because it comes from behind as well. Good, there you go, you have it, now let her walk on, by keeping in the walk. You're asking her to carry her own head and listen to you.
Yeah.
That looks good, Michelle. How does it feel?
Good.
Savannah, have you done this before?
Or Jenny.
Yeah, so you do understand.
Yeah. But
And how does Coda respond?
she just throw her head up in the air and she comes to me on the middle.
Okay, so we don't want to do too much. You guys can continue on. We'll go on the inside a little bit. You guys continue on. A little circle at sea. And if you're going to hold there, well done. Really happy with it on this rein. Like this, you can change the rein and do your circle right at sea. So, just going to take the reins a little bit. Let's see what she does. So it's about feel as well, isn't it? Because every horse is different.
Yeah.
So Jenny might do it straight away. Paula might be a little bit more apprehensive or a little more confused. Good girl. The goal is anytime she does give, you go, well done.
What does the give feel like?
She just did it there. So you're asking her,
Yeah.
so we need to know what we're asking for it to make sense. You're asking her to not be evading your contact.
Okay, yeah.
They can evade your contact in many different ways. Fox just puts her head up and she feels light. She leans on your hands.
Yeah.
So that's her not listening. She's just putting all her weight on your hands and she's not listening to you. So we want her to hold her own weight and be a little bit soft, that when you use the rein, she's there and she can listen. Okay? So ideally, that means in an outline, that means on the bit.
Yeah.
But on the bit can look different for different horses, okay?
Yeah.
So you want her to carry herself a little bit more in, that you can hold your reins nice and soft,
Yeah.
and give the aid when you're out. So you can't give the aid if she's leaning on your fingers all the time. Okay? So what that normally feels like is you can be her mouth, and this is what she should feel. That's her contact. Okay?
Okay.
And when we're asking reflection, you're not.
Okay.
Until she gives it, and then you stop.
Okay.
Okay? So try ask a little bit stood still. So you're going to hold your contact and you're going to flex in one direction. So this one stays firm. That one asks. And anytime she softens or relaxes her head, you just go, well done, you put your hands there. Okay? And if she doesn't, good. That was it there, so you go soft. Well done, that's what we want.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? So it's important that you know what you want, so you can reward it when you get it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's really good. And once she has it stood still, try it and walk. Now, Deirdre said it earlier, but just to remind you, it doesn't just take your hands. You might have to push her into it a little bit with your legs. So it's about feel. Okay? So you can't just be asking and asking and asking if you've got no engine there for her to walk into it.
Yeah.
That makes sense? You got it a little bit stood still. When she softens again, and you can squeeze stood still as well, get her to put her head down. Ask her in the wall there, okay? I didn't expect to do too much of this today, guys. We're just in the arena and the dust is what it's a good idea. No point in us cantering 20 circles and lifting it. How does she feel now? It's not going to be 100% of the time. It's a feel, it's a constant thing you're going to work on until they get really good at it and really strong. That looks really good, dear girl. And it should feel better.
Yeah, like, I think for the whole lesson we haven't been cornering particularly well.
Yeah,
So this is
she's
probably
been
why.
falling in, and this will help. And what I like to do is I work on a circle, and I slowly bring it out to my corner. Rather than going to your horse, you have to go into that corner, because then they look at the corner and they go the opposite way.
Yeah.
Work on a circle and slowly make the circle bigger until they're in the corner. So it takes their focus off it a little bit. Well done. You know, when they work in an outline, it takes a lot of core strength as well. You work their core. So when they're not used to it and it's new, they won't be able to hold it the whole time, because it is hard. Okay, guys, I would like Michelle to have a canter. Would you like to give one a go? Before we finish up, she's been really good. One canter circle on her good rein, and then you can be done. Okay? Left rein is the good rein?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah? Can I get you guys to have a little halt for me in the middle and give your horses a break? Oh, looks very good now. She less leaning on your hands now.
Yeah, she was nearly the whole time until just there.
Yeah. So that's what you need to, one of the things we need to do at the start of the session is think about that.
Yeah.
And be trying to achieve that. That's what we worked on with Molly for so long. Molly just leans on your hands if she's allowed.
That's your
40 minutes. Michelle. Well done. Good. Break the little tickle if you need. And when you ask, do a trot circle or something. Do not just go back to walk. Plan it onto an exercise, forward going trot. Somewhat of a shape that we like. Good. Well done. And then in your own time, you do your transitions, and you can turn in and give her a pat. That was really good, Michelle. Well done. Are you happy you done it? And leave it at that. She doesn't have to do both rings today. You do both rings the next day. Would you like to counter on tops? Yeah, I'd like to have a go. Which is her better ring, which you have to on. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Have your hand fine. So go left because you're with your left hand. And get a nice walk first. Think about that contact on her mat. It needs to be good and consistent, not too loose. Lovely. And when you're ready, think about the aids to get her to trot. Forward into trot when you are ready. She feels like it, isn't it? And a steady trot. Good short rings. Okay. I'm going to ask for canter in the CH corner. The aids to canter are sitting, inside leg on the girth, outside leg behind the girth. And you just keep giving the aids till she does it. It might take her a minute. Sitting, inside leg, outside leg back, and then more leg if she doesn't go straight away. More leg, nearly there. Good job. Lovely. Nice and steady, shoulders back. Well done. If she's too much, think half halts. Lovely, Deirdre. Well done. You did it. Of course you did. Fabulous. And a trot circle, don't just turn in. Well done.
Well done. Oh, thank you.
Good. Excellent. Well done. And then a walk when you're ready. Savannah, would you like to counter? Yeah? That's okay. So think about the quality of your walk, the quality of your trot. She doesn't get to canter if you're carrying her head.
Yeah.
Okay? Very good, well done. Loads of canter. So nothing has to be perfect, but it's not allowed to be rude. It's a big mare, she can carry her own head. Now you pick your corner as well, and just think of your aids. Simplify it. Go back to basics. Think of the aids you have to give her, and keep giving them until she canters. Good. More leg if you need. Very good, Sam. Well done. Lovely. You pick the spot you're going to trot, and then straight on a trot circle. Good job, Savannah. Shoulders back. Little half halt. Don't let her lean on your hands. Well done. That's a nice shape. Good girl. Fabulous. And then back to walk. Guys, that's basically it for today. Well done. I'd normally let you walk and cool down in here, but instead of doing that, I'll talk to you in here and then you can cool down outside because it's too dusty in here. One more thing for you, a good idea, what's part of the lesson today, is get her to reverse. Didn't you reverse?
Yeah, it's just very sort of process.
Yeah, so practice that every time you ride her.
On her or on the ground?
On her and on the ground to teach her, but then do it on her. Doesn't matter if she goes back 2 steps or 8, but just get her doing it. That's what made her fix a lot of her issues. Okay. I took her to Sligo for a month and that's what we did. Like we trot, halt, reverse, trot on.
Yeah.
Those transitions and reverse and work the muscles in the bum as well.
Yeah.
And get her actually pushing from behind. So it kind of, it It's like flips a switch with them. So when you reverse, it's like a restart button. They're like, oh, I lose my bum now. Like I forgot I wasn't driving myself on my feet. Very good, very happy with her.
Oh,
Yeah?
thank you. I think because I had the reins,
Too loose, you couldn't canter.
it would have been dangerous.
Not dangerous, but if the reins are loose, you're kind of pushing her into a fast trot.
Yes.
Yeah? You need the contact to tell her to move up into this gate. It's not a faster thing, it's a different gate. It's very easy for them to run on if the reins are loose. Yeah? Very happy with that.
So timely when you said it here to remind me of my day.
Yeah, just the basics, yeah, because you know you sit and you ask for canter, but if you're on a horse that doesn't want to canter, or if you're on a horse that's booked before, a lot of the time we don't put our leg on because we're too scared. Anytime I'm on a breaker, I used to just sit and think canter because I was afraid to use my legs, but that's how you tell them. If you don't tell them properly, they're not going to learn properly. So use your legs. They're allowed to feel your legs. It's not a bad thing to, it's just like the reins, it's not a bad thing to have your reins. So just go back to basics. How do I ask perfectly? And we sometimes change it if they don't get it, but just keep telling them properly. You can increase the pressure, but don't tell them differently. Yeah? So you know where to put your legs on. If she doesn't go, try a lot stronger. But you don't need to change how you're asking, because that's how you ask for canter. Yeah? Keep asking and keep telling her. That's the only way she's going to learn that that's what you mean.
Thank you.
Well done. Go for a cool down outside. Are you happy with that, Michelle? So happy you cantered. Yes. Good job. Well done. You're really working really hard on getting her in that outline. And it's more that she's not leaning on your hands. She's using herself correctly. Let's work it. I'd say more work with your circle times. Yes. And adding tools. She's able to. You know, it might take her a little bit of time. And even Fox is only coming into work, but she's well able to. Yes. So make her do that extra bit. She's well able to do really hard pole exercises. If you don't want to hear it one day, you're doing brilliant. Add in transitions on your certain times. You know, when you did that certain time trot, every time you hit the centre line, halt. Trot on again. It's harder, but she's able to do it. Yes. I would even go as far as with the canter, to canter a figure of 8, trot in the middle, canter that way. Yes. Yeah? Get her changing it up. I think short bursts of canter is going to help you because you know she can't gallop away. Yes. And that constant bend, they can't gallop when they're bent. Yes. They have to go straight. Does everybody know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically. Now obviously I know they're stronger than you, blah blah blah. But that's why they say turn them on a tight circle if they go too fast. You're breaking that, they can't lock in because they go straight when they go really fast. Okay? That's very good. Well done. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, there's loads to work on.
Yeah. And the reversing will get her off leaning on your hands as well. Yeah. So loads of it, loads of transitions.
Yeah.
Back up, move on again. Some direct transitions, so halt to trot, trot to halt, all those little things will help. And yeah, it just takes time, but she's listening, she's smart.
Yeah.
She moves away from your leg, which is unusual for a heavy mare.
Yeah.
You know, Michelle's legs are broken after trying to do that leg lift today. Okay, guys, get them out of the dust. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll open the gate. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you. What time are we?
That's stop, I presume.